Hey guys, my name is Seniac, and welcome to a very snowy looking FoolsTown here in City Skylines 2, where for the first time ever we're starting to feel like we got some type of a little bit of a downtown area, and this is kind of looking really good. Now today we need to handle a lot more of the city's problems that we've currently got on right now. They're complaining a lot about the unreliable mail service, and I believe internet is a slight issue too. Unreliable mail service right now is -7 in our citizens' happiness, so we've got to tackle that. But look at how glorious the snow looks. It's kind of cool that it doesn't snow in certain areas, and I think there might be some issues with some of the map right now because apparently it doesn't snow in a direct line there, but you know, who am I to judge right now? Who am I to judge? But anyway, welcome back. Since last episode, I've actually added in this little junction over here as an extension to the highway on this junction, just to kind of even out slightly everything. And I've got some major plans that I want to do, which requires me getting rid of all this farmland here. Now, you may be about to say right now, Seniac, what are you doing? Do not delete the farms. Well, I kind of slightly want to reposition them, and I'll tell you why. One, you kind of can't see it, but that's the farmland there. There's a load more over here and a little bit over there as well, and more elsewhere. I kind of want to move it down to here where it backs on here, and we do a nice little country road tearing through the highway going over. But the reason I want to move it is because this is now starting to feel like a little bit of a downtown area. I kind of want it to build up a bit more, slightly extend over to here where we can have some offices with the highway tearing through. It's going to look really good. The city is slowly transforming. And I gotta remind myself, when I zone the low density, it's not forever. It will eventually probably be replaced with higher density. So the city is just forever growing. It's looking pretty good. So while the city does what it's got to do, it's currently winter. It's January of 2025. We're in the future, boys. And if you are enjoying FoolsTown and want to see more, then make sure you smash that like button down below. If you are new around here, make sure you do subscribe so you get notified when more episodes do come out. So lots of expansions that I want to get done today. Now, when it comes to the mail services, I don't know if I need to unlock anything. Let me just double check right now. Development, communications. I can get the post office sorting facility. That is mainly used for dispatching mail and stuff, kind of for outside connections, which we kind of hold out for just a moment. And do I need to get a telecom tower, or can I get the basic stuff in first? I can get the basic stuff in and we'll kind of go from there. But I reckon what we need to do is, do you know what? I might actually get the post office sorting facility. Let's actually unlock this, right? And we'll go the full shebang on this system right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allocate this little area over here for our sorting facility. We're going to have a couple of post offices dotted around and a couple of mailboxes dotted around as well to give them really good access to a mail service. And then we'll get the internet stuff in as well. But to be able to do it, I feel like I need to reconfigure the whole of this highway junction to allow it to have a better ease of access, for it to look a little bit better. This is a bit funky right now. I kind of threw that in when we started to have a little bit of traffic issues, but we kind of don't need that no more. And give us greater access to this area in general. So I've got an idea of what I got to do and what I want to do. You're going to see it right now. It's going to be a slight... Wait, the vehicle's got snow on. I mean, the snow's on their windows. How can they see? I do not know. Don't question anything, boys. Do not question anything right now. So I'm going to delete all this for a moment, and we're going to pull it back to scratch really quickly. And we'll put the roads back to normal as well, because I don't know where the splits are going to happen again moving forward. It's actually a 3-lane highway, isn't it? Yeah. So upgrade you to there. Now this one, we'll upgrade to there. And we'll do that one to here. That's fine. So, works out fairly well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a little bit of like a double trumpet, which we kind of split them out, bend them round into a kind of like a connection here, and then do the same on this side and bend them around to a connection, which does mean that we might need to slightly adjust some of this area here, and they're not going to like it. But I feel like it would be a much better kind of way to kind of bring vehicles in. My other options are, because we've got that going as an overpass, I could kind of create an elevated roundabout in the sky. Now that could work out, and it will probably be a lot less detrimental to this area in general. I mean, saying I delete much. So let's attempt that first then. So we're pretty much kind of building something very similar to what we built last episode, but your boy's mastered it right now. I'm really good at this stuff. I'm really good, boys. His famous last words. Famous last words. Now, that is a 10, so we're cooking on oil right now. And we're kind of going to go up and over. So my options are to either create a roundabout, like a large one, or an oblong one. Now, the oblong one is here, what I've created, which works really well. It does work really well, so I might kind of just stick to that style. So if we go here and then bring this across to about there, and then repeat the same thing again. I don't know if the snapping would work out for us now. Would that be a bit too close? I feel like that's a bit close, the this top one now. Let me delete that. And we'll go, because we can always adjust the road network anyway. We'll go to about there. Right, and that should work out. Now, it's an oblong. It's the best way to pull it. It's an oblong, boys. And we'll utilize some freehanding right now with doing the bend. So if I bend to about there and then bend in and then do the same on this side. Now it might be a little bit too long. Let's see how this looks. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? So I've got to delete this a little bit because we got to try and line up. I wish this is where we had like the move it tool, because I can grab this right now and like reposition it like a lot better. But let's just select here and then run it directly down. I might actually run it right down to there myself, so I can kind of get a more of a, I won't say a straightish connection, but you know, it'll be a little bit better than what we can kind of come up with. So I've got to make this come out first a bit smoothly. Right, it might be easier to, I've got to try and find this this snapping connection. Right, there we go. Okay, that's perfect. It works straight away. And if I bring it directly down, how does that look in terms of the grand scheme of things? So if I go to there, right, very good. Very good, very good, very good. So if I then delete this, oh, where am I going? Where am I going? For just a moment. And then if I go back to the snapping, because now I can kind of find the snap of that directly and bring this directly out. So I don't know how and when it will drop down. Maybe I'd kind of do it quite early to about there. And then that's where we can kind of whack a nice little medium roundabout on and then bring roads off it to access this area. Right, all I've got to do now then is create some slips. So let's try and get the same distance for the road. So this is a 3-lane road, so we kind of bulk into a 4-lane. And if I chose, okay, back to the snapping. So if I chose this side here and there, so I think that's where it was originally. And then, would you reckon that's like equal spacing? I feel like that side might be a little bit longer, but it doesn't really matter too much at the end of the day. It doesn't really matter too much. And then we'll kind of come off here, snap that in to a nice little bend, to then run this down. How does that look? So that should be pretty glorious. If I then come up and do the same there. So you got a little turn off roads, turn on roads, straight into said roundabout. Oh, this is going a little bit too easy. At what point do I experience the issue? You know what I mean? There's always going to be an issue somewhere. So this is just to make it a little bit more accessible, a little bit more flowable. These aren't even real words. So what I could do is I could also bulk up this into a 2-lane for the vehicles that want to make the right turn going around, and then same on this side. So it allows the vehicles, so you're coming in right now, you can move into the right lane to do the right hand turn. Now for this, you could also argue and do the same thing for this as well. So it's just about kind of adding a little bit more, there we go, a little bit more kind of capacity on some of these roads. How it's all going to work and how it's all going to turn out is a completely different story, but that should be a lot better. Now, ideally you probably want to go for a full circle, but because the kind of the tight squeeze I've got to do and pushing it down, I mean I could just probably fit the circle in, but that should still work. All right, fast forward then. Because now everyone's got to figure out their new routes and their new lines. And I think... Oh, the snow's actually melting. So, watch a vehicle. I've just noticed that right now. Watch this vehicle here. Will it make it through the melting? Or watch these vehicles. They come through and the snow's gone. Oh, nice. Okay, right. We can access this area right now, which is a lot easier to do. So, are we using 4-lane roads down here? I don't feel like we need to use a 4-lane road. So maybe we can kind of stick to the singular lanes now at this point. And then coming off it. And if I bring it up so far. And how big is the facility? I'm sure it's quite a decent sized facility. Post-sorting facility, yes. Oh, it's actually quite large. So if I just drop this in here, how close is it to the highway? It's actually fairly close. I feel like I want to slightly turn it around. So if I just move this down here right now, which is going to cost me 40,000 big ones every time I move it. Right. So if I bring this, or try and bring that down to about there, and if I cut in at a 90 degree, and then we reposition this, throw you over here. So it's a little bit away from the highway right now. And I can kind of end this road slightly like this and kind of create like a little bit of a T. You got the exit there straight on the junction, so it can flow through. But there is multiple entrances and exits in general. So this just doesn't have any of the facilities for itself just yet. We need to add in some connections. So because it goes through a highway area, you don't get the utility connections. So that over to there is that? Yeah, that's connected. And then we can do the double for the sewage and the water. Overlapping items. Okay, we'll just go to there. I ain't going to mess around too much. So that will give us everything that we need, but it doesn't do everything that we want it to just yet. So that's just a sorting facility. That pretty much brings mail to and from it to take it inside and outside of the region. And then distribute it to our local kind of post offices, if that's how you want to pull it. I really like how the snow melts. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I do like it. I do like it. So let's now add in the rest of the stuff. So post offices. These handle local incoming and outgoing mail. And we can pretty much place these anywhere. So these work like the post boxes or the mailboxes. If I put a mailbox down, for example, if I put one here, citizens will come and put their mail in there, and then that's it. A van will come around and collect it. Off it goes. But you can also use post offices in the same way. Now, a post office is a main building where they can kind of bring in... didn't I have a fire station here? I feel like I put a fire station here, and then I kind of maybe forgot about it. Hold on. I think I did forget about putting a fire station in here. I think that's when my game crashed the last time I played this. Yeah. Right, I'll add in a little bit of expansion there. But I'll put a post office in here anyway. So a nice little post office. Just there. We need to extend the road ever so slightly. So put it there. So they can still bring the goods to the post office and drop stuff off. But also they can use the mailboxes too. So I'm going to put one post office there right now, which can handle quite a lot of mail. We can increase the mail extension there. We can add more vehicles onto it. These are all expansions to the building themselves. So it might be a case where we give it its own little area. I think so. I think that might be a better option for us to like kind of give it its own area. But where would you pick? Right, we'll come back to that because we don't know how bad or how good it's going to be. Now, I'm going to delete this path here because I want to utilize this area now for the second post office. So throw you in just there. And this one, I'll actually add some expansions onto it. So I'll add the mail extension. Actually, let me do the building first. Ooh, this is quite a big building, isn't it? Right, let me reposition this slightly down to the end. Get our garage extension on the side, and then the mail building at the back. So we'll see the difference between the two and how they interact. Now, we can use mailboxes then to go in areas in which we're not kind of covering, but I'll also provide some local mailboxes too. So one there, that kind of covers this generic area. We'll throw one in the kind of our new downtown area, and we'll throw one just there. And I'll do another one just over here as well. Because the coverage is not great in this section. So We'll provide a couple. There we go. Now, I'm going to put them everywhere because you never know. People want to mail stuff from their workplace. And it doesn't really cost us... How much does it cost us to maintain it? It actually doesn't cost us anything to maintain them. So, in reality, you can pretty much put as many down as you want. Now, for this, I'm going to put it on the main Dragger Road because I can eventually see myself deleting all this stuff. And I think for now, that will do in terms of mail. That will do. So, our -7 unreliable mail service right now, we'll see how much that now changes. We'll see how much it now changes. So, we've got post vans going out and collecting. A lot of people will bring their stuff to the post offices. This one over here, pretty much the same. I feel like we might need to place down more mailboxes, but we'll give it a little bit of a fast forward and see kind of how we get on with it and how much it's going to change. Now, we've got some more issues over here. We're waiting for ambulances, waiting for hearses. How is our hospital looking in terms of... We only got one ambulance dispatched. So maybe we throw in... let's see. The helipad. It can transport people. That will be interesting to see if we then start spawning the helicopter. Which the helicopter spawns straight away. Wow. Okay, let me view this. Where are you going? Well, off it goes, boys. Off it goes. Straight down, landing in someone's house, picking them up, flying back. No messing about with the helicopter, boy. No messing about with the helicopter right now. And the death care is an issue with this. Oh, we've actually got all the vehicles being used right now. So we can add a garage extension, but... Oh, I can't squeeze the building in. Right, okay. Got an idea. If I slightly extend this... And if I turn this building around... And I can attach this to it. Right, there we go. Just for the sake of having some extra vehicles. And then we should see a few more then getting dispatched. So hopefully collect more of the bodies. Right, okay. Have we got a traffic jam over here? What's going on over here right now? Oh my goodness me, we do. So this is the other downside as well. Is you've got to sort out... I mean, we've got traffic lights here. That's never a good sign. Alright, turn the traffic lights off there. I'm assuming they're over here. Turn them all off. Now, this roundabout doesn't really work how a roundabout should work. I've got now stop signs, but the stop signs don't really do what they've got to do. They're not really working how a roundabout should technically work. But that's more down to me. There's actually quite a lot of vehicles that want to turn off here, isn't there? I'm quite impressed. If I'm completely honest. Now we've got no traffic lights, though. It could be a case of once this backlog's gone, they're all flowing normally. I think the traffic lights just kind of threw everybody slightly off. So let's just wait for the vehicle backlog to go. It's now all moving as well. So just simply having a traffic light really messed us up. It's crazy, right? Right, sweet. Sweet. So is it gone down from -7? It's now -1. Hopefully that's still decreasing. But mail rate, processing... I feel like we still need to throw in some more mailboxes, though. So we've got one there, and there. I'm going to throw in one here. Another one in just there. We've got one there, one there. I'm going to throw in one here. One there. Yeah, there we go. So how are these buildings now looking then? So I'm probably going to have to move this one at some point. That one's not doing too bad. It's got 19 vehicles out of the 20 on the scene. And this one's got 23 out of the 30. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, is this doing anything right now? Now, this brings it in and out of the area. So I don't know how much that's really going to affect it just yet. But we shall see, boys. We shall see. Okay. So... that reliable mail service has now gone from -7 to now +1. We've really turned that around. We really have. So all I've got to do right now then is sort out the unreliable internet service, and we do have a little bit of high crime rate as well. Now we'll come back to those a little bit later. What I'm now going to do is see what I can do with moving the farming area over to here. Now, like I said, I want to replace it with some high density offices, and I don't think we've unlocked high density offices just yet. No. Oh, we unlock it on the next level up. Hold on, how far are we off from the milestone? We are small town. Oh, very close. Okay, so if I can spend some monies right now, get some XP, we could unlock it. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to first buy all of these tiles here, just to there. Let's buy those 5. So I can extend the highway over and just leave it to there for now, just so I can access this area and pretty much work with it. And how I'm going to make the country road take me home, bend through this. So let's go. I've got all the jokes today, boys. I've got all the jokes. So have I got the ability to... Oh, yeah, I do. To do the parallel. Okay, that works out fairly well. So get to about here, and we're going to build a bridge. This is quite exciting. Now, do we get to have an actual bridge? You know what I mean? Oh, it's all here, sorry. I do apologise. So we have the option to do a 2-lane truss arch bridge, which, how does this look? Oh, that does look pretty fancy, right? That does look pretty fancy. Or I've got a suspension, so we need a 2-lane highway one. Ooh. Now, I don't think a suspension would fit the format here. Only maybe when we kind of go over to that side. So I'll stick it simple to the 2-way arch one to begin with. So making sure that this is all in up and running. Right, bam. And then normal. Alright, leave it like that for now. Oh, wait, is there an issue here? What's going on with the... It had a weird connection, didn't it? It just had a weird connection. Oh, hold on. Is that a 2-lane highway? Wait, what? What's with the feeding it into 1 lane? It's not a, Oh, I see what it is. I see what it is. There's me thinking it's 2-lane. It's not 2-lane, although it is 2-lane. It's not a one-way one. You know what I mean? It's not a one-way one. These are one-way. So I might have to actually upgrade it to a suspension. But this won't work with a suspension. Interesting. It could be because they're a little bit too close together, right? Yeah, they overlap. Okay, right. We'll just keep it simple for now. Okay. Just for the sake of having the ability to work in this area. So, when it comes to the farming land over here then, we've actually got quite a large abundance of it. And so, I want to utilize this area pretty well. Now, we do have this country lane. I'm going to call it a country lane. It's like a 2-lane road tearing through. I don't want this to connect to this here. I want this road to be the highway connection. And this to just kind of ultimately... Oh, I don't know. I don't know whether to make... No, I'm going to make that the kind of connection and just have this country lane just kind of tear through around this abundant area of farmland as it all ends against the river, because they can use the river to filter in the water to grow the crops. So what I'll do is we'll delete then all of this. So to there. Bit of a big job. Alright, to there. Very good, very good. And it is a 3-lane... No, is it a 3-lane or a 2-lane? It's a 3. Oh, it does lane math. That's why it kind of splits away. Right, we got you. We got you, boys. Right, all this back to normal, so you don't even notice anything's really happened, and we'll eventually get that connected as well. Now, for this road, I'm thinking I'm going to do this myself, so I'm going to delete this all the way down to here. And I've got two options. I could run a nice little road along the edge, but then again, I could also make the farmland go to the edge too. And just make the country lane. Now I could use a two-lane, two-way highway would be a good one. Or I could do gravel road. I feel like I'll do the gravel road coming off this. And I want to build all this within this overlay so I can see where the fertile land currently is. So what we'll do is I'll build to the edging of this. So we'll kind of utilize this little ring here. Oh, no, I don't want parallel on. We'll build to this. So we'll kind of go round and down. There we go. And then there is a bit more down here we can use as well. But also, as it goes through here, this can be like, you know, your animal livestock farming. That doesn't require this type of fertile land, if that makes sense. And so that's going to go through. And we'll have these roads come down and connect to this. And I'll have this kind of then continue to go up and around. So leading down and then off it goes. We'll leave it like that. So not too far off what we originally had. But it's not tearing through directly through, I should say, the fertile land. So these roads in question then, let's make these connect directly in. And then we get this is a 4-lane road. Straight in as well. And I'm sure we'll have other roads as well, because we'll kind of bring and eventually merge in this fertile, where does that tear through there? This farming land into low density residential with like little kind of like, almost like a village vibe we can kind of go for. So we'll go for small little roundabouts to access the area. Oh, is it snowing again? Oh no, it's snowing again. And right, let's bring this back up, because I now want to use the dirt roads. So dirt road, bring the fertile land back up. And this is where we're kind of going to come off it now and create our farmland in this area. So I'm going to come off this straight. And then we'll kind of then bend with it as well. Now I'll try and get this to be a little bit more organized. And I'll push this directly through. Like that. And then we'll kind of... Oh, okay, we've got the offices now as well. So that's perfect. We can kind of start building them. So if I come off that way. And then try and... This is what I liked about like City Skylines 1. I could be able to snap it to the line going down this way. But if I bring this up to there, delete this back again, and then just slightly bring it out, and then we'll bend this into it. There we go. Very good, very good. Very good, very good. And then we'll bring this down. And then we'll kind of arch it in slightly. And that's... we're about to squeeze 2 farms in there, no problem. We're about to squeeze 2 farms in there. So back to this then. We'll kind of come off a little section here. And I'll leave it like that. And then we've got the highway coming through here as well. So we'll then bring this out to there. Now, is it worth me bending? Yeah, so the snap there. Should do. So we come across that as a junction almost. And I'm gonna bring that road down slightly and then bend that in. And we're going to need another one around here as well. So I reckon we'll also come off. Where did it snap here? It actually snaps down there. I don't know how to create that as a through road. It's all dependent on if there's a beam under. Yeah, there is a structure underneath it, but I could kind of keep it like that, the way it looks like it would have done, and then it looked like the highway kind of torn through it just to take away from the farmers, those pesky farmers. But we've got a little bit just here as well, so I'll run that and kind of end it there. This is where we now need to kind of start ending stuff. I'll bring that to about there, and then now we'll just kind of end it like that one there, and then we'll kind of bring this out. There's no need to kind of keep bending everything. Oh, that's all good. How does that now look? It's quite difficult to see because we've got the snow in the way. But I'm going to fill this inner side right now with farming land. So let's just get rid of all of this. I know it's quite sad to see it go. Now, on the inside, it's all fertile land, so we can actually put down vegetable and crops. It's quite sad to see all that go, isn't it? Oh no! Oh no! And I'm gonna put livestock outside of it as well. Right, industrialized area. So we'll start with let's start with some vegetable first. So I'll place this just here, and then we'll kind of then go around the edge of this. So we'll go right to there, and then we'll follow this all the way around then. Now, I don't know whether to kind of maybe do what I did when I slightly adjusted it, put some trees around it. But I think I'll just kind of cover it for now. Right, that's one area. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, it's done that weird glitch where it gets rid of the building. Oh, that's so annoying. It is so annoying, that is. It really is, because now I've got to do the whole thing again. Hold there, yo. Right, let's go right round. All the way up. Down, bam. Bam. Right, it didn't get rid of it. Nice. We now have vegetables. So I'll do another vegetable one. And we'll build this one. Right, I'll build it right there. So coming off this, we'll go to here. I'll go right across. And, oh, there is a radius to how far we can take it. Okay. I completely forgot about that. So let me delete it. And, right, there we go. The radius will work here. So to there. I completely forgot about the radiuses on this. There we go. Just trying to snap it to all these bends right now. It can be a slight little pain. But it's what you got to do to make it hug the whole little area. Hold on, it won't do it because of the highway. Well, that's a new one. Oh, you're joking me. Why does it keep doing that? That's annoying, isn't it? That is annoying. Right, so we can't do it with the highway going over. Fair enough, but that is annoying, really, isn't it? I mean, it would make sense, though, because, like, you know, how would the crops get the sunlight? But, you know, it still looks pretty good, so there's no stress. There's no stress, boys. There's no stress. Which means I'm going to delete that road then, because whatever I place in here is going to go all the way down. So, let's get in, then, some grain farming. We'll start with this big one here. Right. Which way am I going first? This way? No, I'm going this way first, right? Yeah. I couldn't work out which way I was going then for a second. So this one will now go all the way around. Oh, I can't go right to the edge. Oh no. The distance is too long. Right. Delete you. What I'll do. Surely that's got to give us the coverage now, right? Yes. Just slightly adjust it. Alright, that's worked out. Right, I'm really excited then to get this done and then get some office buildings in. Now we've got the high density availability. Because we're now starting to create the downtown areas to FoolsTown. And we're pushing everything to the outskirts. It's kind of something that I kind of forget while playing the game. It's like, I kind of build stuff and in my head I'm thinking, this, you know, it's permanent. And while that's not a problem, I gotta remember, it doesn't have to be permanent. Right. The city can evolve and change like a real city. Right, that's him. That's worked. And then we'll do another grain one. To be honest with you, I could have made this go up to there, but then it probably wouldn't have spread. It probably wouldn't have spread. Grain one, which has got to be on this side. And it's got to be about there as well because of the... Wow. No, you don't want to do it? Right, that one worked. It's a weird little bug, isn't it? The farmer's already given up before he's even started. How far can I push that? Right, all the way down to there. Perfect. Nice. And we've got one more just here. So now I know that I can't do it how I'm thinking we can do it. Then I don't need... I'm just going to put one in here. So we've got 2 vegetable, 2 grain. I reckon we'll go for another vegetable. Or a grain. No, we'll go for a vegetable. We'll go for a vegetable one. So I'll put this... I'll put that one just there. That should be fine. Should be fine. Right, let's get the snapping involved. Come on, boy. No? didn't want to do it anyway. Right, straight to there's fine. All the way down. Going right round the edges. Voila! Alright, we got some brand new farming land area. Very good. And then on the outskirts of the farming land there, we'll put down the livestock, but I'll do that at another time. So, with that now said, I'm going to actually delete all of this road. So I'll keep that one in there, because now I want to redo it, because it has now a different purpose. I think I might want to delete all of this. Like all of this over here. And then redo that 4-lane road, because it's not going to really make much sense now, is it? Right, delete you. Right, this is going to cause some issues. It is going to cause some issues right now. Alright, delete you. Bam, bam, bam. Right, they'll naturally just now disappear. Where this now starts to bend, I'll delete it to there. Delete you. Because we kind of need to build a grid format. I mean, as much as we don't want to do it, we kind of have to do it. Because we got to create this downtown vibe. So, let me just see what I can do first. If I went right into the corner... And where would this allow me to play ball? So that's not too bad for a start. So if I build that and then just get rid of some of the connections that you don't want, that's going to be like too many. And let's see if we can continue that. Actually, what is the distance of this? It is a 152. So 152. No issues. Maybe an issue there. Right, there we go. Right, there we go. So we're going to bend this, hopefully now, into it. Providing that the highway doesn't mess us up. What's overlapping there? Oh, there's an actual park here. Right, move that down by 1. Just so we can create these flow throughs right now. 79 by 79, and that becomes hopefully a straight run in, which is glorious. That one's slightly out of the way, so I reckon then we do another one. So that going down is a 96. 96. Now, would we need larger zoning? I suppose we've got the larger zoning going around the edges there, wouldn't we? This is just a downtown vibe. And I'm not going to do any more zoning after this now. So we'll have this road here, coming straight off that. Right, how we want it to work is exactly like this. But it's getting caught up on this bit here. So we might have to slightly adjust this now to tear through. Well, that didn't play ball. That didn't work out. And straight in. Nah, not feeling that, not feeling that. I'll do the opposite way round. We'll bring this out first so much straight. And do you reckon I can bend it from here? Close. Right, there we go. So those roads flow through. And we'll just get this here now connected. Like that. Right. This is it, boys. This truly is it. Now, I need to get some type of a connection here, but I feel like I might be moving this a little bit further down. And then will this be bending away from it as well is the next question. Right, delete all this. Delete you just to there. So that has come out. Actually, let me delete that. So we'll bring this out. Wow. Them roads are a bit squiff, aren't they? Yeah. We'll do another one. Which I'll pass directly through. I feel like I need to meet one of these roads. It's going to be this one. So if I go by another... Right, is that the meeting point there? Is that the meeting point? Right. It could have been, I reckon. No, it could be. It could be. So, no dramas. Larger roundabout. Because of the angles that we're coming in on. And now we've got this format that now bleeds out. I know it's a bit squiff at the moment. But it's how the downtown is going to build itself up. Now, pathfinding failed. Oh, yeah, we have the bus route that's now a bit all over the place. So if I get rid of the bus routes here, it will rejig itself. Now, once I've got this area all sorted, we'll redo the public transportation system. We'll redo it. So now then, I'm actually going to zone this area. Now, I did ask you guys to give me some name suggestions as well of what I could call this. Sorry, the other one that we created. And I actually do have a good name suggestion that one of you guys suggested. And I can't remember who suggested it. But this is FoolsTown. That's called Chester Park. Somebody called it Chester Peak, sorry. Why don't we call it Jester? Because obviously Fools, Jester, Chester. I can see where you got the inspiration from. Jester. Jester. We'll call it Jester Park. There we go. Sorry it took a while to actually get the naming done. But give me some ideas for this one over here then. This is going to be hopefully a high density office area. So high density offices. Let's start there with that. It will spend the demand straight away. Straight away, boys. But we'll see what we can kind of get done with that. Are they still complaining about waiting for a hearse? How many hearses have we sent out? There's only got, well, they're still waiting for some, aren't they? Fair enough, fair enough. So, among all of this as well, we will have additional residential and stuff like that. So we got some offices. We'll build in some high-density commercial inside. And then I'll also do some high-density housing on all three corners. And then that's predominantly what it's hopefully going to be like. Can I get them to build as one unit? No, this is the problem with the zoning, isn't it? What? Whoa! Look at those offices. Nice. Once this area is built up, it's going to transform this area pretty well. Right, I'm impressed. We're still waiting for a hearse. Is it down to the case that people want to be buried, sorry? Is it a case where I might need to build another cemetery? Maybe they don't want to be cremated. Oh, hang on, the body, hold on. I can build additional hearse garages. Oh, you can select operating districts. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Okay. Right, more offices are now being built, by the way. Which, building these offices, they're going to start requiring higher education. Now, that's not an office, is it? Is that an office? Oh, it is. Whoa, those buildings are huge. Oh my goodness me, we're gonna have a landscape, boys. We're gonna have Q title, a city skyline. That's funny, isn't it? Right, okay, so while we're waiting to build all that then, let's just get the last few kind of farming areas now. Yeah. So, what's that over there? Is that a traffic jam? Oh, there's a random car crash in the middle of nowhere. Oh my god. Right. Livestock farming next, please, sir. And I'll place you just here. So we'll go down to there. Go right around. Now we'll get another one in within here. So we'll bring this. Now, even though it looks like I'm following the land, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do it like that, because this is livestock. You don't need the resource underneath. So that will build quite nicely here, and then we'll get one more in here. And I might have, actually, I'll get 3 in. Let's do 3 altogether. So I'll do 1 then here. So if I go to there with that, I can go up and round, straight down. So I don't know whether the land is wide enough to get the buildings in. But I'm just trying to secure this area in reality. Got a vehicle already driving around. So they provide a fair few jobs. They provide a fair few jobs. Right, we'll get this area in. This will be our last last one. Now, where's the best place to get it in? Right on the corner, maybe? Here? Well, it would be if I had the building spawned. Alright, we'll see how this looks. Well, I'm not too sure of this here. Alright, let me rejig that. Yeah, why not? We'll go with that. So, it looks a lot better than what we originally had. I give myself that. And this is just going to transform this area dramatically. Look at those office buildings. Holy moly. How many jobs do they provide? 72? 98? 96? Oh, that's going to solve unemployment. But they are going to be need to be highly educated, aren't they? These require... It's a software company. They require a lot of well-educated to highly educated. So I'm going to need to start thinking about right now colleges. Now, in terms of education, elementary school is fumbling down again. High school's okay, but we got to sort out college and university right now. We got to start. We're building a tech industry. Oh my goodness me! Right, can't do much. That's the high school, isn't it? How full is that? Not that full. The elementary school is down here. Now I might add the clinic on if I have the room to. I don't have the room to do it. That school is completely full. This one over here is completely full as well. Can I build the? Nah. We need another elementary school. Is there like bigger versions? No, there's only really one style of it. So we've got one there, we've got one there. I feel like we're going to need one within this vicinity over here. And maybe there is the perfect spot for one. So let's move this park area to over here. Place down there. I'm going to move the elementary school slightly down in case there's a little bit of room there. I can kind of throw some stuff onto it. Extension wing, 100%. 100%. Can I get the playground in? I can get the playground in on that one. That would work out. So that will provide more education for the entry level, if that's how you want to pull it. Holy moly. Now, I've got the commercial in the middle, which now thinking about it might not be the best place for it. Because the way the area is going to be staggered, so I reckon we kind of keep all that to offices. High density here would do a nice chunk of the commercial in this area. At the front. Because the way the buildings will stagger up as they go back. Oh, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. Right, we got traffic over here. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of traffic. Okay. It's this. It's the car park being a pain. I do have an asymmetrical road there as well. The car park is a slight little pain right now. They're all trying to turn right and they're getting caught up with these guys. I'm gonna have to move that car park. Actually, you know what? I'll delete the car park for now. Which they don't like that. There is another car alternative to utilize. There is a lot of crossing going on here as well. Let me delete that one. Right, now everyone's got to kind of configure their new routes. I can see some of them like doing U-turns. So wait for this to kind of backlog to die down. With the backlog is going down, which then it'll free all this up. It was because of that there. That was a slight little issue on my half there. Putting the car parks on the big roads. Oh my goodness me, that's going to be ridiculous. Right, is any residential... Oh, these are residential buildings. No freaking way do they hold 216 people. 144. 216. Who do you think you are right now? What an area. What an area that's going to be. Guys, FoolsTown is turning into Fools City. And I think on that note, we will end it here. We've done a lot. They're now the happiest that they've ever been. I didn't get the internet services in. We're going to have to do that next episode. I completely forgot about the internet services. But with the amount of stuff now going on, we're pushing 30,000 residents. We just had like a huge population boom. So we'll figure it all out. We'll get the rest of it all in. We're making big cash. Traffic is slightly an issue. It was a -1. It might go back down now. Now we've kind of solved it. But then again, oh my goodness, made a big crash over there. Like a bus and everything. And there's police on the overpass. Oh, it's all go, boys. Now it's becoming a city. We're getting more stressed. Until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.